All right, Coach, autumn in full swing, and it is decently chilly, but all in all, a pleasant day here at FedEx Field just outside of the District of Columbia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Waiting.
56 is the mic.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Sanders. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Solid. Check 9. Greystone, travel.
On second down now, Akers takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He uncorks it for Snead, and that will be incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Flush to his right. And, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right there.
Hey, Rip 5-2, hot here.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Wentz on third down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway.
Let's go,
First
baby.
connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Take the edge. Come.
Alert flow. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now Wentz.
See what you got.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Go.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Check 56.
Hey, empty.
Check 6.
Hey, for Tokyo.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the red
Try to get one more in here before the quarter
Hey,
breaks.
57. Hey, great 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
This is Geis.
Begin.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 22-yard line.
Put up. Let it go.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Come on.
Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
There we go, Pac-Man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Topper!
Wentz going to throw. That's complete to Sanders. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
Just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Haywood. Sponge. No. Show an 8.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Great.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike's 56.
Championship. Great.
Mike 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking long for Westbrook. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, it's just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
It's second down.
'56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Sunday, Sunday.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Montez Sweat. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, watch the lane. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hey, kill.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
What's that?
Mike,
In his own end zone, it's Wentz.
They can't hang with us.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown.
you can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
You got tape.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Redskins 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
17-yard line.
There we go. Pac
The
Man.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
36.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got Snead. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. On first down, Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script the start of half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Redskins 28, Eagles 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Lay down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Go, go. Blue 80. Sunday.
Hey, watch the ball.
What's the touch?
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Once again with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
You don't want no problem.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Danny.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Shit. Slam. Ready.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check, check.
On first down, it's Haskins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I'm going to hit you.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
25 yards that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's what I'm talking about.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Joker.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And that one goes the way of the Saints. Traquan Smith, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense is struggling. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
There we go, back man. 180!
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.